Well, hello and welcome to the channel. For all of you who are regulars to the channel, normal service has resumed. I am now back at home in the bonny borders of Scotland. Today I'm just going to be giving a little update on what to expect throughout November. So, hang around, stay tuned, but first, roll them credits. Okay, so as I said, for those of you who are regulars of the channel, you will know that I have been stuck working down London for the last couple of months, which has been an absolute pain in the neck with regards to getting footage filmed and uploaded to the channel. However, I am back. So, just a little update to let you know what's going to be coming up to the channel. As many of you know who are regulars to the channel, I normally work out in the Middle East or out in Afghanistan. For obvious reasons, my Afghanistan project was cut short, which is how I ended up working in London. I've now secured a new project back out in Iraq. I'm not at liberty to say what that project is. However, it will be the normal timescale, 8 weeks overseas, 4 weeks at home. I should be deploying within 4 or 5 weeks, so I have now got 4 or 5 weeks to get out on the bike and get some footage uploaded for you lovely people. Obviously, with it being a winter months, I mean, I've been back now 3 or 4 days and it has just rained solid, so I'm not going to be able to get a video up once every week for the foreseeable future. However, I will get as many videos up as I can, so I hope you all understand with that. So, with a view of what's coming up to the channel, to be honest, I have no idea. I haven't really given it that much thought. I think I'll have a couple of, most of the videos will just be day rides out for obvious reasons with the weather. If it does look like there's going to be a break in the weather and we're going to get 3 or 4 days, I will try and fit in a mini tour, going out for a 3 or 4 day tour. I'm going to be getting some reviews up to the channel as well. I've been threatening for a long time to review some gloves and some jackets, so I will be doing that also. I'll also be taking a look at some of the tech I use. I've brought some Bluetooth remote controls for all my cameras, so I'm going to be seeing how I get along with that. I'm also going to have a look at doing a little bit more with the drone as well, and getting the drone up and doing a little bit of drone footage. So over the past month or so, I have been spending my time looking on social media, going on the Facebook sites for the TRKs, and there are a few things that have struck me. You know, I don't normally spend a lot of time on the media pages, but with working down in London, I've been spending more time than usual and reading the posts. And one of the things I'd like to touch on is when people ask questions. First of all, I've seen some questions asked on pages, and you know, some of the replies have been really derogatory. Why do you have to do that? Why do you have to put people down for asking questions? You know, we all have to learn sometimes, and there's no such thing as a stupid question. You know, if you don't know something, ask. And so, you know, it really saddens me when I see people just making derogatory comments. That was very good of him, wasn't it? So, yeah, just don't do it, people. Be a bit more supportive. We've all had to learn a trade, and you know, we've all been there at one point or another. So, with a view what's coming up to the channel, I think I've already mentioned the gloves and the jacket review. Forgive me if I haven't. I'm getting old and ramble, and I can't remember one thing I say to the next. Old age, folks, old age. But yeah, things that are coming up to the channel. I've recently purchased one of these muck-off pressure washers that is designed specifically for cleaning motorcycles. It's got a built-in pressure gauge where it prevents the pressure getting high enough to damage any components on your motorcycle. Comes with a range of different lances, snow foam lance, different brushes and things. So I'm going to be unpacking that. It's still in the box, I haven't even looked at it yet, so we'll do an unboxing of that and we'll test it out on the bikes and test a few different cleaning products that I use. So, you know, with winter coming up, I think that will be a good video to visit and take a look at. I think another thing that I may take a look at as well is some of the different social media sites that are out there. You know, with the winter months coming in and the bad weather, we all can't get out as much as we can on our bikes, so we tend to turn to the internet, or at least I do, to get your daily fix of motorbikes. So I'll be taking a look at some of the sites out there that you can go on, and you know, which YouTube channels I like and find interesting, and not just TRK related stuff but motorcycling stuff in general. So if you're interested in that one, keep a lookout for that. Okay, so I've been thinking about it, and I said that I was going to put the video up of me attempting to change the tyres on my TRK. As I've said, it was an absolute car crash of an attempt. I really struggled with it. However, I will be putting that up as well, so you can see what I think about changing tyres on the TRK. I will give you a heads up, it didn't end very well and I won't be doing it again. So yeah, that will be coming up to the channel too. I have to say that the autumn time is most probably one of my favourite times to be riding a motorcycle. You know, when it's dry as it is now, it's just perfect. You know, when you ride in summer and it's really hot, it's difficult to stay cool, but when you ride in these temperatures in autumn, you're in total control of your comfort level. You know, if you're a little bit hot, you can take a layer off. If you're a little bit too cool, you can put a layer on or use heated clothing, and you can always get the perfect temperature. In summer, you know, when it's absolutely boiling hot, sometimes there's just nothing you can do to get yourself cool. No matter how good your vented clothing is, it just gets uncomfortable to ride. But having said that, you know, I love going out early on a summer's morning when the sun's just come up and you've got that scent of the dew in the air. You know, great British summertime early mornings, you can't beat them. And again, just before the sun goes down, you know, you've got the long shadows, the low sun. So I don't know, I'm torn between the two. What are your thoughts on it? Leave comments down below. What is your favourite time of year for motorcycling? I am really hoping, as I've said, that I get a window in these next 4 or 5 weeks where we get a good week, you know, where the forecast says, oh, we're going on some dry weather for 3 or 4 days at least, and then hopefully I can get out and you know, get some good videos shot and even go out and perhaps do a little mini tour somewhere, have a ride up around the locks or something like that for you all. The autumn colours on these trees is just, oh, absolutely amazing. In fact, that is another thing that I can do. I know a location not too far from here where there is a loch and it's surrounded by woodland, and when you catch the light just right, it reflects. It's like one of these picture postcards you see, and it just looks absolutely amazing in the right light. So again, weather depending, if I can get a day where the weather's just right, I will be out and I will take a few photographs, I think, to show you the wonderful sights of autumn in the Scottish borders. Oh, I hit that corner there. There's one of those big square manhole covers right in the middle of the bend, right on the apex. You're in between a rock and a hard place. If you go over it, you run the risk of sliding off. If you go to the centre of the road, you've got cars cutting the corner the other way. And then if you go the other side, you know, you're on the leaves and the greasy part of the road. Really lovely stretch of road this, just running from Calso to Galashiels. It's the A699. Lovely stretch of road for a motorcycle. One of those roads, if you've got a bike that's fast enough, you could easily lose your licence on. Little bit of blue sky up here, and again, you know, I was talking about the autumn time. It's so changeable within just a few minutes. You know, 10 minutes ago I thought, oh no, looks like we're going to have some rain, but now look at it, just look at that, everybody. What a beautiful sky. As you know, guys, I'm always open to suggestions for videos. If there is anywhere you would like me to go and visit, you know, within reason, remember what time of year it is. I can't be doing a 2 or 3 week journey for you, but you know, somewhere in the Scottish borders where you always like the sound of, or you know, you've always thought, oh, I'd like to go there one day, just let me know and I'll get out there and give it a go. And just the same, if you've been somewhere that you think I might enjoy, again, comments down below. I'll be very, very appreciative of any suggestions that you have. I'm always looking for new places to go and visit. One thing I have noticed just recently with my GoPro, and I don't know if any of you guys have been having the same problems out there. If you have, please let me know. Is with the sound. You know, I don't leave the camera running constantly. You know, I'll be switching it on and off when I think there's something that would make a good backdrop to vlog to. And you know, I'm using the same mic on the same camera during the same session, and I might switch it on and off 2 or 3 times and it records the sound perfectly. And then, you know, it could be the 3rd time, it could be the 5th time that I switch it on, and all it does is it just picks up static, and I lose that whole recording session, you know. And then I switch the camera off again and switch it back on, and the next section it records perfectly, you know. And I haven't touched the mic, I haven't pulled the mic in or out of the camera, and it seems to be doing it more and more often now. I've tried different mics, so I have some mics that need an adapter to be plugged into the back of the GoPro, and I have some mics that can be plugged directly into the GoPro, and it's been doing the same thing on both mics. So I don't know whether the port on the GoPro is wearing out. I'm not sure. If anybody has any solutions out there or have experienced the same thing, please let me know. And yes, talking about products, another product that I'm trialling at the moment is Remax. Oh wow, look at that, absolutely lovely. Used it many years ago, used to use it all the time on visors. I had classic cars and the windscreen wipers absolutely diabolical on those. Used to use it on the windscreen of my classic cars, and I have to say it did a very good job. However, it transpires that Remax isn't very good for plastic, especially plastic visors. So they brought out this new product, Remax Plastic. It does what it says on the tin. It is for dispersing water off plastic surfaces. So I have given all my helmets a good wipe over with it, and I will have a report to come in the foreseeable future. And the way the weather's been just lately, I should think it'll be sooner or later, because it literally has not stopped raining here for 3 or 4 days. I live very close to a place called Hoyk, and I'm sure you've seen it on the news, the terrible floods they've had. Oh, absolutely heartbreaking for people to see that. But yeah, so we will be testing the Remax and see how we go on with it. The road is so dodgy with these leaves. It's a really steep incline as well, so you have to be so careful. But the colours in autumn are just absolutely fabulous around here. I honestly believe, and I'm not saying this just because I'm British, but I think the British Isles has to be one of the most beautiful, picturesque places to live in the whole of the world. You know, our countryside is so diverse and such a small surface area. You know, I know you've got places like America that, you know, the continent's so big, they've got different time zones, and you know, they've got everything from deserts to mountains to, you know, virtually Hawaiian beaches. But in our country, everything is so compact, you know, and you can go from the Highlands of Scotland, you know, down to the Devonshire coastline, the Cornish coastline, the Welsh mountains. You've got the dales and the fells of Yorkshire. We just have so much diversity in this country. I mean, just look at the colours on these trees. I hope the GoPro's picking them up. You know, and I'm just as bad as anybody. I yearn to go abroad on my motorbike and do all these fantastic routes, but really we are blessed with what we've got in our own country. We really are. So guys, as I said, I'm back for the next 4 weeks or so. If there's anything you would like me to cover, let me know. I'm always up for new ideas and constructive criticism you have. I'm not sure how the camera angle is going to come out. I've only ever used the GoPro once on this new Icon helmet of mine, so I'm still messing around trying to get it set up with the correct camera angles. The one thing I will say about this Icon helmet, it's an Icon Air Flight. The aerodynamics of it are absolutely amazing. I just get absolutely zero, and I mean zero buffeting. It's as though I'm sitting watching TV on my settee at home. There is no vibration or anything. However, the only downside with it is, my God, it's a noisy helmet. Obviously I have ridden in the helmet before and I was singing its praises, but yeah, I'd forgot how noisy it was. Perhaps last time I rode it I had earplugs in, I don't know. I think earplugs have just solved the problem, no problem whatsoever. But yeah, it's a very noisy helmet. It's a very divisive helmet as well. It's a very modern space age looking thing, and I know from previous comments a lot of you don't like it. The one thing that I will say is, wow, it's a comfy helmet, and for the money you spend for it, I can't remember how much it was. I'll put it up on the screen now. I tell you what, you get a lot of helmet for how much you actually spend on the helmet. It is one of the most comfiest helmets I've ever had. It's an absolute bitch to get on and off. It is so tight fitting around the neck to pull over your ears. But once you actually get it on and you wiggle it around a little bit, wow, it's a comfy helmet. Really impressed with what you get for your money on this helmet. Just coming to Smale Home, and yes, in fact, definitely that is a video that I'm going to do. There is a folly, a tower that is built. I will take a ride up there for you. There's a couple of ways of getting to it. One of them is it's almost a dirt track. It's not quite, it's just a single lane metal road that has, you know, been left to go to disrepair. So the views are absolutely stunning up there, so I will definitely get out and take a ride up there for you. So this is Smailholm, everybody. Tiny little village, really nice place. And again, this road here goes down into Calso from Smailholm. Absolutely fantastic road. I think it's been in a few of my videos now. Well, it looks like we're going to have some rain. It does look like I'm going to be able to test the Remax for you. I've actually put a little bit on the GoPro lens as well to see if it helps stop raindrops collecting when it does rain. Thing is with these GoPros, they're not waterproof. You know, I can't believe how much money you spend for them, and you know, you put these media mods on them and they just aren't waterproof. So for motorbike vlogging, they are a nightmare. I know when I did my Scotland tour and I had that incident where the motorhome crashed into me, water had got on my camera then. If I hadn't have had the Insta360 running, and I wouldn't have caught that footage at all. So yeah, not the best. And from what I hear of this new GoPro that they've just released, it has problems of heating. I've got the GoPro 8, and on a hot day when I leave it recording, you know, if it's not on the wind, if it's just on a tripod, I would say after about 15-20 minutes it does overheat. However, when they released the GoPro 9, from what I've read about it, a lot of people have had problems of that overheating as well, a lot worse than the 8. And correct me if I'm wrong, I think they've released a GoPro 10, so I don't know what that's like. I haven't really seen much about it at the moment. I know DJ Osmo have just released a new action camera, and it looks the best. It's really small, but again, apparently big problems of it overheating. So, you know, for how much you pay for these cameras, you would think they would be able to get two things. One, make them waterproof, and two, stop them from overheating. Oh wow, it looks like we're going into blue skies, folks. Really thought we were going to have some rain back there. I've got my heated kit on today as well, heated jacket, heated gloves, the Gerbin heated jacket, the Pro Wire, and the Gerbin XR gloves. If you ride a winter, guys, highly recommended. Got no heated grips on at the moment, just got the gloves on, got the gloves on the high setting, and I've got the jacket on the lowest setting. So I'd just like to thank everybody for keeping faith with the channel. I'd also like to say a big thank you for everybody for pressing those like buttons and subscribing. It really does help the channel. Especially because it's been taking a bit of a beating with the viewing ratings because I haven't been getting the footage up there. So, you know, you people out there in motorbike land, you are some of the most generous people I know, so please just take 5 seconds to press that like button. It really does help. And obviously press the subscribe button if you haven't done already. You don't get bombarded with emails, you don't have to pay for anything. It just helps the channel out. So all that's left to say for me now is thank you very much, everybody. Everybody ride safe. Bike Rider Reviews out.